You are a fully grown adult. You have a job, a phone, a bank account with feelings. And yet, last night, you turned off the light and walked to your bed a little too fast. Maybe you even did the jump. You know the one. The little leap from the doorway onto the mattress, so that whatever lies under your bed can't grab your ankles. There is nothing under your bed. You know there is nothing under your bed. You have slept in that room for years. And still, some ancient part of you whispers, don't risk it. Here's the strange part. That little voice isn't broken. It isn't childish. It isn't irrational. It is, quite possibly, the single reason you are alive to be embarrassed about it. Your fear of the dark is not a flaw. It's a 2 million-year-old survival system, and it has a body count. Let's start with an uncomfortable fact. You are a daytime animal. Your eyes are built for sunshine and color, not for darkness. A cat has a special mirror behind its eye that bounces light back through it twice. That's why their eyes glow, and why they can hunt in near total black. You don't have that. You have nothing. In a truly dark room, you are, for all practical purposes, blind. Now ask yourself a simple question. Who else is awake at night? Not the cute animals. The night belongs to the things with teeth. Leopards, lions, hyenas. And going further back, saber-toothed cats and a particularly unpleasant predator called Dinofelis, which some scientists think specialized in hunting our ancestors specifically. Every single one of them could see in the dark. You could not. So for almost the entire human story, nightfall wasn't cozy. Nightfall was the sound of a door opening, and you were what was for dinner. And this isn't a bedtime guess. We have the bodies. In South Africa, there's a cave called Swartkrans. Inside it, scientists found the skull of an early human relative with 2 clean, round holes punched into the back of it. For years, nobody knew what made them, until someone lifted the lower jaw of a leopard up to the skull, and the 2 fangs slid perfectly into the 2 holes. We weren't the hunters in that story. We were the thing the leopard dragged up a tree to eat in private. Then there's the Taung child, a 3-year-old human ancestor who died nearly 3 million years ago. For decades, people assumed something on the ground got him. Then researchers noticed the damage around the eye sockets matched exactly what eagles do when they tear into a skull for the brain. A bird. A bird carried off one of our toddlers. This is your family tree. Not kings, not explorers, snacks. So nature ran an experiment. It ran it for 2 million years on every human who ever lived. And the rules were brutally simple. There is a rustle in the dark. Meet your 2 ancestors. Ancestor A is relaxed, chill, emotionally secure. He hears the rustle and thinks, probably the wind. And he strolls over to take a look. It was not the wind. Ancestor A is now part of a leopard. His calm, confident, well-adjusted genes have been removed from the human story forever. Thank you for playing. Ancestor B is not relaxed. Ancestor B hears the exact same rustle and instantly loses his entire mind. He screams, he sprints, he climbs a tree, he throws a rock into the dark just in case. He refuses to leave the cave to pee for a week and a half. And here's the thing. 9 times out of 10, it really was just the wind, and Ancestor B looks like a complete and total coward. But that one time it wasn't the wind, Ancestor B is the only one still breathing. And cowards who are alive have children. Lots of nervous, jumpy, paranoid little children. Repeat that every night for 2 million years. Every brave ancestor deleted. Every coward dad. Now here's where it gets genuinely scientific. And a little insulting. There's an idea in evolutionary medicine called the Smoke Detector Principle. Think about the smoke detector in your kitchen. It screams when you burn toast. It screams when you open the oven. It is, frankly, hysterical. It cries wolf constantly. But you don't rip it off the ceiling. Because the cost of a false alarm is mild annoyance. And the cost of it not going off even once is your house burning down with you asleep inside. Your brain runs on that exact same logic. The cost of being scared of the dark and being wrong, you feel silly. You walk down a hallway a bit too fast. The cost of not being scared and being wrong, you die. One time, permanently. No do-over. So evolution did the math, and it set your fear alarm to wildly oversensitive. It would much rather make you panic 1,000 times over nothing than let you relax the single time something is actually there. You are not paranoid. You are perfectly calibrated. This also explains the creepiest part of all. That feeling. The one where you're standing in a dark room and you suddenly become absolutely certain that something is behind you, watching. Scientists have a name for this. Hyperactive agency detection. When your ancestors heard a noise in the dark, there were two ways to be wrong. You could assume it was nothing, when it was actually a predator, fatal. Or you could assume it was a predator, when it was actually nothing, embarrassing, but you live. So your brain evolved a beautiful little bias. When in doubt, assume something out there is alive, intelligent, and staring directly at you. That prickle on the back of your neck in a dark room, it isn't a ghost. It's a 2 million-year-old reflex, assuming the absolute worst, because every single ancestor who assumed the best got eaten before he could be embarrassed. And if you still doubt this is built in, look at children. Nobody teaches a kid to fear the dark. You don't sit a toddler down and explain leopards. And yet the fear shows up almost everywhere, in almost every culture, right around the age a child would once have been the easiest possible meal. Small, slow, soft. A psychologist named Martin Seligman noticed something strange about human fear. We are weirdly, instantly good at learning to be terrified of snakes, spiders, heights, and the dark, the things that killed our ancestors. But almost nobody develops a deep, primal, can't-sleep terror of cars, or power outlets, or fast food, the things that are actually killing us right now. Your fear was never updated for the modern world. It's still running ancient software, still scanning the dark for a leopard that went extinct a very long time ago, still completely relaxed about the car keys. So tonight, when you flip off the light and feel that little jolt, the urge to walk faster, to not look down the dark hallway, to get your feet off the floor and under the blanket, do not be embarrassed. You are not a coward. You are the final, polished product of 2 million years of the most nervous, twitchy, easily startled humans who have ever lived. Every calm, brave, well-adjusted ancestor in your family tree was confidently, peacefully eaten. Only the scared ones survived, and the scared ones made you. There is no monster under the bed. There is no leopard in the hallway. But your DNA doesn't deal in probably. Your DNA remembers the one night it was real. So go ahead. Do the jump. Your ancestors would be proud.